Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming again. To start class today, we want to change the name of our workbook. So I'll just change it. So click once or twice. Is it twice? No, click once, you open it. So there's our workbook, as you might remember. Tabs at the bottom for the different exercises. I still have to prepare one class today, which I'll do after class. But all right. So what we do, we got to close this. I wonder if I go backwards. Sometimes I do things on my own. No. Oh, look, I clicked back, and it went back here. The other way is to click out and enter the URL again. So double click quick. No? Sorry, guys. In Excel at the office, you just double click very quickly and it will produce like a place where, but look, here what I'm doing then in Sheets, but again, in Excel, it's even easier than what you learn here. So if you learn this, I am right clicking on the name and see that appears. So I guess here you'll do it that way. Rename. Okay, and this pops up. So let's rename it Excel for Beginners Workbook. I'll keep Microsoft out because it gets too long. I like to put Microsoft usually so people who don't know what Excel is, they realize at least that it's a program. So Excel for Beginners. Wait a minute, I don't know why that popped up. So rename it Excel, because usually for beginners. Excel for Beginners. Good. We'll leave it. Excel for Beginners Workbook. We maybe call it something else later. So now when you go to sheets.google.com, the link should still work. Maybe we should try it too. That's okay. So see, now it has a new name. It's still shared. You see the two people here. But again, this isn't Excel. In Excel, it's slightly different. So for now, that's the name. Rename worksheet. That's going to be part of lesson 5. Okay, so here, these are all the previous lessons. You see the tabs at the bottom. So lesson 2, Jennifer Party Still. Lesson 3, the attorney licenses, all things I've made up. Lesson 4 is one we did yesterday. And here's lesson 5. So we renamed. Rename workbook. Rename workbook. Okay, X. I like to exit here. Then after class, I delete the X's and you guys exit as you do it when you download it. So that's what I hope. If I haven't, then follow the lessons on the recordings. So what we're going to do next, let's enter some information because we have to do these other things. Hotkey list, I might do that tomorrow. Okay, let's go back to another sheet and steal some information. All right, that's the table from scratch. It's popping up. All right, I'm going to copy some information. All right, let's do Jennifer Party again. So look what you can do, and you can do the same if you have to transfer to Excel. So I've gone to another sheet. See, click. You already know how to do this. Click on the left in the middle of one of the cells, and just drag what you want to copy. So I'm going to drag these. Control copy. That's Control C for copying. Then go over here. Again, there are other ways, but I find that the easiest. That's the hotkey. That's why they call it a hotkey. Control C is the hotkey for copying. Click here. If it's the same number or more of the cells, I didn't count the cells, but let me start up here at number 2. It's before. And then Control V. Boom. It pops in. Now, it's not... That's the copy paste. Okay, paste special. So here it copied the same words. The filters aren't there, so let's add the filters. But I wonder if I do... Okay, I already have it on the clipboard, so let me try over here. Right click, paste special, and then you can choose if it's very, very formatted, like if, for example, here even. See how I had already formatted the bold. Oh, oh, look at that. Even the filters appeared. Maybe they took a little time. So this, I copied exactly the chart from here's lesson 5. See, I'm clicking. To rename, you double click there. That's why I got confused. So then we go back to, well, you've seen it. We go back to lesson 3, same chart. Lesson 3, was 3 or 2? It was 2. All right, just to show you. Jennifer Party, I mean, I didn't copy the title, but pay attention to the chart. Jennifer Party, boom, Jennifer Party. Same stuff. Okay, this is still highlighted, but anyway, and the same as in Word, it remains on the clipboard until you tell it not to save it or whatever. So, but let's paste special over here. So when you paste, normally it comes with all the, but here, right click, paste special, and now I want to do, you know, whichever you choose. I want to do values only, format only, formula only. You know, try those others. I don't want to fiddle too much with new things today. So today, so now I just want to print values only. Boom. See, and the same information appears brand new with no formatting. So then you know, I'm going to delete it, but of course you just make that into a chart. Press here and you have the chart without the formatting if you need it that way for whatever reason. Undo so that this appears. Okay. So we did copy paste. Again, fiddle with it. Paste, paste special. There we go. You know, as you know, earlier class, you have to change the cell so that everything shows up when you type next to it. Okay, so copy paste is done. Find and replace the hotkey list I might do tomorrow. Okay, freeze and unfreeze panes. Hang on. This is going to be in the way. So again, Control C to copy that. I'm going to put it over here. Maybe I'll fix all of them that way. Just, all right, matching the chart. So that's there. So let me delete. I forgot to do the X's, but rename workbook. Boom. We just did copy paste. Boom. All right, and then of course you know how to format. Let me just hit delete. When you highlight, hit delete. All right, delete. Okay, so freeze panes we're going to do next. Rename workbook. Oh, those did copy paste. Okay, copy paste, rename workbook. Sorry about the delay. I'm just making sure. Graphs and charts. Yeah, freeze and unfreeze panes we're going to. Now, just because I want to hurry up and get the information in, because it has to be a long sheet at this point. Let me see if I delete these two. I'm going to quick add more information in here. Yeah, I don't want to delete because... So you highlight, you know, whatever you want. I guess I could highlight the whole thing. And you can copy paste, of course, or grab this. This is a very useful, in this case, because I just want to fill it in. You wouldn't do this ordinarily, but you see this little blue box. This is review. So drag. You highlight what you want to copy. And see, you drag the box. This is, I'm not sure why that's happening. Yeah, this, you know, avoid the, you obviously have to change these numbers because there's no rhyme or reason to the row. So the chart doesn't realize that we're going in sequential order because we're not. It's just a number there. So anyway, I'll delete those. But you see how you can drag the information. Maybe here, we're doing copy and paste still, but here I highlight, I press delete. That's a quick way to delete. I guess I could, let me try something quick. If I do it from just one, drag, you know, it comes out all three. But I like it to be a little different, so in this case, I'm going to highlight all of them and copy paste because when I dragged it before, it didn't work. So move it down, Control V, Control V. Let's delete these two. Okay, so actually it needs to be longer because we want it so that you don't see it on the chart. So I'll do it again. I want to delete these rows. Edit, review. This is review for you guys. Delete. So the selected rows, you got to hover. All right, and then one more time because I want this header row to be far up so that we don't see it anymore on the chart. So we'll go quick again. I'll just grab the one, drag it a bit. Okay, now it's a long chart with all different names you're going to pretend. And then over here, you know, same thing. Let's do this. Oh, I did Control V by accident. Not that it matters, but okay, Control C to copy. I'm going to move it down to this one. Control V. I think it's the chart is lined up. All right, let's do another one. Control V. It's already on the dashboard, on the clipboard. Oop, I made it really long. Okay, let me. I hope yeah, I just dragged forever. It would go forever if you wanted it to. Control V. Let me delete these on the bottom. All right, so the chart is too long. We can't see the top of the chart. See, we're all the way down at number 54 lines. So the way to resolve that, because it gets difficult, like, you know, you're doing the chart, you're entering the information, you get way down here, you know, to the bottom, you have to enter information, and you forget what it is. Like, you maybe, in this case, you probably wouldn't, but you forget if it was the first name or the last name, or here you forget whatever's supposed to go in there. And you can't use the cheat at the top of the header because you can't see it, and it gets difficult. The longer the chart gets, the more difficult it gets. So here's what you do in that case so that it's easier to work. Let me move these down because that's going to... All right, I'll leave it so you see what happens. So you want to freeze this top row so that as the chart moves up, you still see the header row to help you, or maybe whatever reason you want to see it. So I start on number 1 because we want to title it, but we'll do that later. So you click the row that you want to freeze. So in this case, I want this to freeze. Accidentally, today's topics is there too, so that's going to freeze also. But, you know, just ignore that, or you could move that down, but you'll see what happens. So I have to remember quickly. I think it was edit. And again, there is a button for it somewhere, but I'm not going to look for it now. I should have done it before class. But again, if you guys prefer to use the buttons or the hotkeys, which we're going to learn today or tomorrow, I'm taking too long. So we want to freeze the pane. So edit, it's not this one. Insert, freeze. You know, look for freeze pane. Yeah, I'm going to have to do a chart. I think you can have a help chart too. Tools. Okay, hang on a second. File. Oh, guys, I apologize, guys. There's a freeze pane. Maybe I'll go to help. If in doubt, go to help. Freeze. I'll know it's freeze. Freeze 1 row. Freeze 2 rows. I mean, this isn't it ordinarily, but like I said, there's many ways to skin a cat. So I'm gonna freeze. Let me try this one. Freeze 2 rows. Okay. Anyway, you hit freeze. Now the line, see this gray line appears under it. That means everything above is gonna stay still. So watch what happens when I scroll down. Boom, boom, boom. See, I'm going way down, but I still can keep this pane to remind me. So you have to know that's on. And you know it's on, like if you get a sheet, you know, that's not yours, but you have to work on it, you need to know how they formatted it. So that's how you can tell with the gray line, and you could go on 5, 6, 7 pages with the down and up arrows is how I like to do it. The other way, again, I'm not going to repeat anymore after this. You can scroll, etc. Okay, so we did that. I'm going to undo the freeze panes, either here, or you go back and wherever it was it tools? I would like to find it here. Format. It's called freeze pane, wrapping, alignment. Okay, well, we did it yesterday, so today I'm just going to undo, you know, so it goes back to how it was. And let's move this down. Control copy. I put it 1 under where I want it. Control V, and then of course let's delete that. That way if you freeze panes when you're doing the homework. Okay, freeze panes. did I do? Here we go. Freeze, unfreeze. Oh, rename workbook. See, I moved one down, but not the other. So now what we've done is wrong. So rename workbook, freeze, unfreeze. We didn't do graphs. See, I moved it. So we did pasting. We just did freeze panes. Okay. Let's do find and replace. Again, kind of reviewing, but Control F. We've done find. We haven't done replace. So you can find it by entering, for example, I want to find Tomlin, which is down here. So, you know, it's a long list. I got to find, you know, whoever for whatever reason. Tomlin. So you type the name up here, and there are two Tomlins. Actually, there's, yeah, two Tomlins because I copied and pasted. But, of course, hopefully you won't have more than one. If you have more than one, you just keep typing, you know, like John and Johnson. If you want to find Johnson, you have to enter J-O-H-N-S at least so that it separates John from Johnson. But let's say you want to replace all the Tomlins in the chart, or the Tomlin in the chart. You go more options here on the right. Again, in Excel, when you do this, your choices will pop up automatically. But it's still Control F. And I'm going to search for it, which I already found it, but let's say it was a longer list and you hadn't found it on your first page. You can search all sheets, which is everything in the workbook. If it's on another page, that's in, you know, you can specify more if you want the case to match. Like here, if I enter T with a small t, it won't find it. Now it shouldn't find if I match case. If I don't match case, you know, the more specific you make it, the more smaller your results. The smaller your results will be, but search within formulas. So done. Let's see if it finds Tomlin. Now, let's see. I don't want to match case, so F. Let's do Tomlin with a capital here. But still, I told it to match case. Oh, it went away. Did I do this? Match case. Oh, you go here, replace all. Now, since it doesn't match the case, let me go T again. I see. I said done, but I should have said, because I want to replace it, replace all. So they're all going to be replaced with this lowercase. This will replace the values on all sheets. Okay, no. That would be everything in the workbook. I want to do just the one sheet. Click here, just this sheet, or a specific range again. So just on this sheet, not on the lesson 3 one, because if you do that, that one will change too. Done. No, replace all. Boom. No matches found. Oh, right, see? No matches found, because I want it to be a capital T. So take this off, even though it doesn't match completely, perfectly, it's still the same letters. Replace all. Done. It deleted them. Okay, again, in Excel it's easier. See, I realize now as I'm getting more advanced in Google Sheets, you can still do it though. You still learn this because Control F works here, works in Excel. You'll have the different prompts, but you know, follow the prompts. Same thing, replace all. For some reason, this didn't do it. In Excel, it would have replaced them. But let's practice again, and then I'll end the class here, and I'll do lesson 6. I shouldn't be adding that information in yet. So we'll finish with this find, replace, and then I'll move these others to lesson 6, which I will continue in a moment. But I want to see why it didn't replace it with what I wanted. So Control F, that pops up. I want it to replace. So let's find, at this point, I don't know, Obsuda. I misspelled her name. Obsuda is one of the students that comes regularly. I think you're here today. let's replace obscura with obscura because I spelled it, I did the wrong. So maybe I realized afterwards I have 30, maybe I invited a family of 30 or 40 from the same family, you know. I'm trying to think of situations where you could use it. So oh my goodness, I spelled it wrong, you know. So we find obscura. You don't have to match the case because I haven't checked here. Let's make it look a little harder. Obscura. Now I'll find out why it deleted before. Obscura, because I spelled it wrong. So that's what I'm looking for. All sheets. Well, I just want it on this one sheet. This sheet. Match entire cell contents. Search using. All right. Replace with. Maybe I had not made. That's the problem. This one was blank, so I let it created a blank over here. So I'm going to place it with obscura. So see the lowercase is here. So to find it, it doesn't matter. Lowercase. Oh no. But I want to replace it with uppercase. You know, whatever. For whatever reason. Replace all. Boom. And see how obscura is now correct. It's spelled correctly in the whole list. So I'm done. You did it. Find and replace here. And that's it for lesson 5. Can't wait to see you again at lesson 6. Bye for now.